Hey, Everett's live music on the 4th of June in the morning. Um, what? This is the what the fuck message. What the fuck's happened to us? What the fuck happened to our people? It seems like everything about life is about conflict, one degree or another. I mean, to weigh in a little bit on the Trump thing, I just can't believe that America's surprised, or is this really a publicity stunt? And then you hear about the Dr. Fauci grilling and stuff, and you watch some of these people from the Congress and other areas, Senate, weigh in on different situations and topics. I don't watch a lot of this in the past, but we've failed our people, man, bad. Our forefathers that originally had some good ideas, at times, and then everything just seems to get so the greed gets in there, and everything else in the way of a possibility of a future without the illusion of power and financial superiority over another, and the inequalities and the indifferences that I see throughout our society is so disturbing. What the fuck has happened to our people, dude? And it's like all of this bullshit that comes out, to me, really takes away from the real fucking things that are at hand. The climate change, the loss of so much wildlife, the brainwashing of our children just to come to be the next generation of the same fucking thing, man. Our politicians turn that. It's like, well, the media probably helps too, but it's like some fucking game forming, like some show, and you need popularity and ratings. I mean, I just can't fucking believe it, dude. For Donald Trump, I mean, for me, I don't really, it should not fucking matter who's gonna be president. It's like thinking of the Army or the Navy or something, and it's not a perfect analogy here, but it is one. Like, I guess you do ascend in life through your efforts in the military, and you would strive, I would think. Like I always say, because I'm not in the military, so I use it, but I don't exactly know, so I would want some help. But the way I would see it is, if you get to be a general, or you get a ranking officer position in the, it is sort of a privilege, but it's also now it's your duty and you have an obligation. It's like a burden, man. It's like being intelligent should be a burden. It shouldn't be a gift that was given to you to just take advantage of others. To have more than others should not be something that you hold on to and you sell off as you wish to either help your people or not. If you have physical abilities and stuff that you're able to share, and you don't have to, but the way we've built society is you want money out of all of this. And to me, it'd be a burden to have so much more, and it would be your total frickin' obligation, man, in life just to, don't you want to help those that don't have? Isn't that where your greatest level of achievement's going to come from? We're only as fast as our slowest people. You're only as smart as your dumbest people. There is no smartest person. The smart people actually know we're going to need everybody to join in and help. If you're smarter, then you're sure you're going to be an asset, but it cannot be something you use as like some god or some Caesar or some that's right, I own the mantle or the frickin' all these certificates. Greta Thunberg, I frickin' commend you for some of the speeches you have given and stuff at times, and the way you have turned down medals and these other awards. We don't need awards anymore. We need action, man. Tired of turning it on, and then I'm going to share this with my kid. This is how they do it, man. Because you're arguing in our Congresses in different places like little children at times. For so many generations, dude. There's nothing in the Constitution about being a divided nation in these parties and stuff. Shame on us. Shame on our people and those that I'm a freaking poor, dude, but our poor people, the way they act is a direct reflection of the way that the upper management has been doing stuff. We're not the scum. We're not the ones that have the worst problems. Fuck that. You see it all over the place, man. Left and right and up and down. And they get so much more. The big people, they get a lot of money. I mean, we're petty, you know. And it's like, how would you want to even try? Where is the hope in it? It's not like we're totally lost, but dude, like when the Trump thing goes and you guys start jacking your fucking jaws about another civil war, how fucking dare you? You're all wrapped up in the money, man, and the power and the unbelievable frickin' fake shit that you just can't even, isn't it enough to have one another? Why do you push so hard? Why do we push one another so hard? What the fuck? Yeah, you're going to have conflict and you're going to have differences of opinions, and I understand. And maybe I haven't watched enough of it yet. You're right. So I'm not commenting as much as I like on like some of the stations, but I'll go with my empty station. If I get some followers, kid checks it out, and maybe a little bit, a couple others, but like, unbelievable, dude. Donald Trump like took the Bible and like in a heated protest outside of the White House, marched his security team and everything over in front of a church to hold it up and to what, weaponize the Bible? Or is this, are you acting as some prophet at the moment? Or is the reality of the situation is you put yourself, our commander-in-chief, in harm's way? And those that were sworn to protect them for a publicity stunt. Churches and religions are not publicity stunts. They shouldn't be, at least. Maybe they are at times. I can't hardly argue with that once in a while. But all I'm saying is, dude, that's not who we are. We are not a religious nation. We are a nation under that Constitution. And as a people, man, that's such bullshit when it gets used in that manner. And I would imagine there's got to be some people out there that even believe in religion are like, you're fucking A-right, dude. How dare you drag that into the fucking arena like it has some place? If you make it to president, dude, it's got to be like being an officer. It's not like some big, huge privilege, and you shouldn't have to. I don't hear about like the military chain. Well, a new general took over today, and well, they scrapped everything they were doing before, and they have started a whole new itinerary. There'll be a whole new way we're going to defend our nation. There'll be bigger this. Or, I don't hear it, but you hear all that shit, man. When you do this with our changing of our politicians. At times, man, and it's like a fight, and it shouldn't be a fight. What fight? Who you fighting? Yourself? Are we fighting one another still? Really? You really want that civil war, dude? Wow, man, that is, man, that one just after Memorial Day, too. But, like, it's, and we're just passing what D-Day just started, like, so many years. I mean, what the fuck do you think they died for, dude? For us to be better to one another, and we're not showing it. It's getting worse. We don't pay attention to the population, the pollution. We get lost in these petty fucking arguments over one another. Holy shit. So if this message maybe hits a little further home, it should, man. This is bullshit. It's not that Trump shouldn't be able to run. I just can't believe that he is with the insurrection. With so much stuff he got caught with, dude. I would think to myself, too, sure, you'd have some documents in your house that maybe are top secret from the last presidency, but not a fucking stack huge, dude. And they did find some with Biden. I don't know how this goes back and forth, their little head games. You know? I got you. What the hell, dude? You've been doing this back and forth for... How are our people ever supposed to behave any differently than trying to get the best of one another? It's like we're driven apart from one another. And then, oh no, my team's winning. What team? I couldn't help but like shout out today because I'm just tired of seeing, and maybe that's just all that we get fed through the media. If you listen to my whole, like pretty much a lot of my station, it doesn't have anything to do with this. But this is what holds us back. Maybe you think life really is about just more stuff, more money, being right, getting rid of illegal aliens and like work just so hard. Why do you work so hard your whole life? What for, dude? For money. That's it. That's it. Shouldn't the effort really be on humanity itself? Our poorest, our least intelligent, those without, that is our life. In a balance, a life of balance with the planet, with everything on it. The ability to stop. How dare you call some of our people names and stuff? I mean, without any like formal hearing or something. I mean, I guess the hearings that you see on TV, that is like a formal, but that's a public statement coming out, and that's pretty hard. I mean, I just watched the one, dude, and she's MGT, she's going after Fauci, you know, and whatever. I'm not going to call him a doctor. I mean, just some of the lines that are used it's really bad. I mean, you've crossed the line to me. I mean, you have to stay within a level of formalities and in order to project that there's hope for us. I actually also appreciate you expressing your real feelings. But like in another message, you know, when you watch them fight and they get so upset because she tells the other girl that your eyelashes are too long and you can't read. Do you think I think it's okay? No. I have been called such worse things in life. And I walk right past it, man. Yes, it should probably be stricken from the record. I'm not familiar with a lot of these rules and stuff that they use, but all I can see some of it sometime being is like one person's actually decided that life's going to be a game of getting another person upset. And therefore, we will be misdirected from the matter at hand. And it loses its purpose and it loses its interest so quickly over petty things. That is so wrong. It takes a lot, man, I would think, dude. It's going to take a lot. But if you really want to keep coming at me in life, right, I'm bound to do something. But for the most part, as an adult, man, I've had my days. I was never really a hothead. I've lived with some of it and been around, you know, some of not everybody. And I don't try to judge people. But as we get older, do you not set that aside eventually? Have you not matured at all? And some of them you are in position of power, man. Stop. For Biden not having a comment about the Trump. Bravo, dude. I mean, if you are guilty, dude, you are guilty, and it will be dealt with. And now there's other stuff coming about the judges and stuff. So let's move forward with these things, please, people. And do not get so emotionally. Do not give ourselves to this. We got to stay at the matter at hand. It's our climate. It's the food. It's the idea of the future of all the ecosystems and the other, you know, life itself. It's not about more money. It's not about more technology so much faster. Look at how much of it's crushing onto us now. Look at our kids and all of us people, so many of us all the time on the phones. Our lives, our personal interests, pretty much your damn inner being can be taken from you if somebody knows how to use some of this stuff and they can follow your habitual patterns. We've given ourselves away, man. To what? For faster, faster, faster. Where are you going? You're going nowhere. There's no finish line. You run for it as if we're running out of time. Our children will be left to worry for this. Stop it. That would be my message today, man. I'm pissed. Enough. We need one another. That's it. You know, we get so emotionally, and there's like these upheavals of like just people. I mean, I cannot believe it, dude. The insurrection was, wow. This isn't like Compton, right? I mean, and you had to have come down so many times on some of the other people of lower income in life as they've stormed the cities. This wasn't like upper end, but I think it was like middle class and those that, you know, it was, you know, just really terrible. And there were people there with guns. They found one guy, like a truckload of them and stuff. I mean, really? Wow, dude. And how could there be only one choice if you have parties? Donald Trump's it? He's a god. He's 1 in 8 billion people on the planet. We all are 1 in 8 billion, or whatever the hell the number is. Each and every one of us is different. That cannot be. It's such an ugly display of a belief in a society and in a government that can handle whatever comes. You cannot just have one. How could that be? It's like Putin or something. It's only you. It's only me. It's only me that could do these things. And it's not like I'm against Putin. I don't know about you, but dude, some of you people stay in power forever. It's only you? Really? I guess in some governments, that's how it goes. It's in the family. Runs in the family. Okay. I can't come down on all of it because I don't study enough of it. But I think given some time, I mean, you'd really have a hard time with me. I cannot believe what we keep doing. We are failing our people miserably. As the populations keep rising and all this, you put dollars and cents on everything in our life and it tears us apart from one another. The inhumane ways of living at times just to get the money and the power and the, has there ever been really the war? I asked a while ago, man, a war waged against indifference, inequality, the poverty, and did we ever try that? No? Sure we do, yes. There's the Red Cross, and there's the churches, and I would, I come down a little, I don't believe in God and stuff, I come down on that a little bit, but I gotta tell you, dude, they're, at least, they'd be like organized a little bit for groups, I don't know, and it's your right to do that. It's your right to have a belief. Just as it's a right to not believe, but then there has to be a concerted effort together, right, to do what we can best with the science and the proof and the things that we have studied and we understand and the numbers we're working with, and we cannot be dissuaded from our idea of our people, man. It's not about profits in these productions and all this other. It's about food and water and life in general, and probably, I think, a different way of living. Those being willing to step up and eventually say, check out Senator Sheldon, dude. He's coming up on like 300 weeks of just hammering away at the climate, and the climate change gets put behind. There's so many repercussions that are going to come, and this is scientifically based information, dude. These aren't opinions. And for Fauci, I don't know. I haven't watched the hearings. I don't really know, but dude, the whole world kind of acted the same way. I mean, the World Health Organization, they reference that and different stuff. I don't know, but maybe this guy is bad, but I don't remember, I don't know. Maybe we faced something. I've said it before. We faced something and we couldn't stop. That's like their argument. Well, you were out at the ball game while many people were home and they were missing the most amazing moments in their life. This is so sad to hear things like that said. Anybody to say, I lost out on millions of profits, who cares? If we could have just looked at the situation like, dude, I'm going to be right behind you and I want to know what you've been doing over here. I want to see some of that information. Thank you. Okay, I don't know either. We have never seen this before, people? No, not this strand, not this form. Okay, are we agreeing? I mean, really, did our scientists just totally, they might have. But if everything's on $1 and you can't stop in life, what if something else comes after our people, like as a whole, and everything? We're just so easily divided and we're so beholden to that financial gain. Like life ends with the dollar. I mean, it's sad. That's really wild. Holy shit. Wow. That's it? We have no hope, dude. It's since the 70s they were like the population's out of control. Global warming has begun, like on a, and the pollution. I mean, all of that gets kind of just thrown aside. I mean, we don't even really like progress a little bit. Yeah, we got some recycling now and then. There's people saying recycling's worse than even, it's not worth the price that we pay to do it. You have so many things that people do, like, and it's just what? So, like, if they stayed home and they were a good person and they read, I don't know, a book or something, do you want a book report every 6 months from somebody to prove that they're like, well, I care about my people. I found some interesting facts about my local. I don't know. In your whole life, we just come off of the mental health month, right? So I would say about like the new technology and what it's doing to us, like in our heads, and so many people, like if you sit at the computer, I broke off of my job today for this one, but I'm just sitting here at the computer. I used to do more typing and calling. Hi, my name is Jeff, 7 from the, 7, and just, it's like this speech that I'm going to give out. Every phone call over and over, and I'm going to try and get your business. I'm going to try. I offer a service, and I'm like, and what, we're going to bring robots to do this soon? And why is it such a competition against one another? That's really where the best products come from competing, huh? What if you were competing against yourself? So life is more like a game of golf. If you want to lie, you can. I don't think this one's going to work out real well, but there is or do you want to do the best you can for yourself and your people? Because that's where the best scores come from. I mean, and especially if they're, it's just weird. We see it, there's so much division between us, and it makes us so much weaker. And I've never really seen like the other side, like totally, It happens in little circles maybe or something, but then, like I've mentioned before, your values and different morals will be compromised from time to time. But it's going through this political shit that's going to come up for the next, until what, October, November, it'll be over, and then try not to get so emotionally involved in that, and remember what we need, man. Maybe we do need less guns and stuff, so maybe there are some good conversations and stuff, but it's the future on what we're doing and the way we think of life, I think, to myself. And if there's no progression for that, like equality, and I showed, and on there, look at me missing teeth and stuff. I wanted my 2 front teeth my whole life, dude. I lost them when I was 9 years old. Because I'm a little reckless and I go down a water slide, a big frickin' water slide, the way you're not supposed to. Dong! So you lose a couple teeth, and then throughout your life they break again. But it's just like, I have to have money. So many times I've seen that in my own life. Because I didn't grab a job and just like stick myself in that one box and say, man, I'm going to work so hard for that pension. And if I get that pension, I will be seen as a man who can complete tasks and who goes the distance when needed. I applaud people that do this in life. Not like you've come short, But I mean, for years, I dealt for casinos, but that's a different lifestyle. You have to build your own portfolio of money. But for so many years, I brought so much joy to so many people. And then now I do water. I've been in water since '08. But I'm poor because I didn't grow my business big enough. Or maybe I had other problems I don't care to discuss on the, with you. But, but I have. And I don't have complaints. There's no Better Business Bureau complaints with me. There's no complaints from my customers. There's nothing that I know of that would say, dude, you haven't never done your job, and you didn't provide our people with a... No, I have. Maybe there's something out there I miss, because it's all mechanical and stuff fails at times, but that's the world we're in, and that's why we do what we do. We go back, we check, we test, we perform, make sure the doors slam shut tight, make sure when you need the water, paboof, you can get all the water you need. All that, man. It's a huge part of who we are, and applaud yourselves. Even if you're poor, don't ever find yourself, because you're just not, man. It matters. It's just we don't see life that way in our societies. I'm not well rewarded, and I don't know, what are you going to do? Give me more work? Make me work harder? No, you know how hard some of us work compared to some of, I imagine, maybe a movie star or something, and it's not like I come down on movie stars, because I don't know what your life's like, but I think a lot of us, some of us know the mechanical properties and the operations of infrastructure throughout our communities and the properties of water and different, disinfection processes, and it goes on, and I don't think everybody wants to be it just seems not fair. It definitely is not fair always. I hear the celebrities too, and they get on and they start going like Taylor Swift, and she's like, don't vote for Biden and don't vote for Trump, and she's against the Republicans. It's okay. I hope that in the future you just turn that conversation a little bit more to I'm not going to. And she has freedom of speech just like everybody else. But there's a lot of people that follow you. Remember that if you're a person of that stature and you have that kind of following in life, and I hope you don't view your people as your army. That would be very wrong. That'd be terrible. But if they follow you and they don't care to ever really do any research themselves, and they're not encouraged to ever find out for themselves a little bit more, that's going to be wrong. And even Robert De Niro did it. I don't watch their talks. I don't. I would imagine they know rich people better than any of us, though, right? So maybe they do it. Maybe they do know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe it's publicity stunts. I know ratings get low sometimes for some. And I like entertainment. I really do, man. I appreciate what you do and stuff. I try to do entertainment myself. I got my own channel here, and I got some music. So, dude, it's not that I diss it. I think that's been your whole life. But I would never totally pretend I know what your life's about, or your life's so much easier. I hate how you get bothered so much, or how much attention is actually given sometimes to a celebrity. But, say what you want, dude. All I would say in the end is try to get people, too, to think for themselves a lot. Tell them, and that's just what I feel about the person. And there is no doubt in my mind that this person has, and express your feelings, but try to leave that open door for us to make our own decisions, because that's how we get best. That's how we better move. Encourage us to check it out, and if you're speaking out because you really feel, I guess, in our society, that's kind of what has happened, and that's what we've developed. It's fine. Freedom of speech, freedom of opinions. There's plenty of people that speak out for Trump in the same manner. To me, I hate of thinking about it like it really matters who's president. Our people need to know eventually it doesn't totally matter. Sure, there'll be a couple things different, but like I said earlier, it's got to be something don't you want to shoot for something if that guy makes it to in charge, it's not like he's going to all of a sudden just do something totally different. No, you're going to stay within your joint chief of staff's meetings, and then you're going to hand that down its way through the ranks, and you hope. I don't know. That would be worth looking into some more, too. I'm going to let this go today, but I had to do a shout-out for the what the fuck, man, is going on with us. And so many of us get so caught up in so much of this, and you involve yourself personally in some of the matters we don't really know enough about. But we do get our information through the media, and if all you get is clips and you know, some of it, I think it might be fake news, but I don't think it all is. No, not at all. A lot of it's live recordings. You know, so it's not fake. It's just, I think, the way we keep acting and behaving, and the idea of this, somebody's going to win. And I can't stand the idea of this, the red and blue, and thinking of another, like, what, a blue and gray war again, or some weird-ass thing, man. I mean, how dare you? But we should be trying, and hit me back, give something back, man. Ask a question, say something. Peace.